Good morning, Year 4. It's Tuesday, the 12th of May. And as we do on a Tuesday, we're going to be looking at vocabulary and in particular, effective vocabulary. We're going to understand why the writer or the author has used particular words. So these are the ones that I'm looking at today. So I'm going to quickly read through this again. And then when I'm going to show you my synonyms and antonyms for this, we've got to make sure that they are fit for purpose, that they fit our context on what we're talking about. Because you've got to be very careful with synonyms because you might lose the actual meaning of the sentence if it's not the correct one, because they do have different meanings. So the man scanned the exhibit. Noah saw his eyes rest briefly on the hole in the wall. He put his hand on the boy's back and escorted him to the door. So I really like that word, escorted him. So that's the word that I have highlighted, which will be coming in useful for us. And the second one that I have highlighted there, it says, once outside, Noah rushed towards the zoo exit. He was so confused that he felt sick. So they are my first two. So I'm just going to show you the synonyms that I've put together for those. So here I've got the word escorted, and there's two pictures, two images that I have put there. And there is a lady being escorted to something very nice. The gentleman's got his linking arms with her. And then also we've got escorted because you can have a police escort, and this lady looks like there's a bit of a problem and she's being escorted away from the situation. Here I've got my word confused, and I've got my emoji. He looks a bit confused like I do sometimes. And the synonyms here for confused are baffled, befuddled, bewildered, dazed, distracted. So I like those words, and I think you can really be able to use them later on in the week. So that's why I've got those there. And then we've got the antonyms for confused there, because if it's the opposite from being befuddled and bewildered, then the antonyms are clear, composed, ordered, systematic, because they're completely the opposite. These here, they're in a slightly different colour because some people say this. It's like a saying, if you like. It's not an exact synonym. So it might say, oh, we're all at 6s and 7s, we're all at sea. So they're things which you can use, which are different. I quite like the word flummoxed. Oh, we're right, flummoxed. It sounds really Yorkshire, does that, doesn't it? But it's a really good word as well. But in this case, what I'm talking about, you wouldn't say unzipped. You wouldn't say, let's go back to the text. You wouldn't say he was so unzipped that he felt sick. So that's what I mean about using synonyms. You've got to be really careful that they fit. You wouldn't also say, oh, he was all at sea, that he felt sick, because that actually is a different meaning completely. So that's why it's really useful to look carefully at synonyms for words to make sure you get the right one. Okay? So the verb here, escorted, it's a doing word, isn't it? It's an action. Okay, so that's why they are verbs there, because it is an action. Okay, but here you could have the dazed boy, distracted boy, then that would work as an adjective. So you've got to be careful whether it works as an adjective or an actual verb. Okay, right, okay, so I've also got for you the word filtered. I like this. I think it's absolutely beautiful word. And I've got this picture here where you can see the light filtering through the trees. So I've got some synonyms for filtered there. Clean, to drain, to leak, to penetrate, sift. The light was sifting through, trickling, permeating. Okay, I've got some antonyms for that. And then the other word, which you'll have known, knowing me, the one that I wanted was commotion. What a commotion, what a palaver, what a to-do. So here is your words here for commotion, which is a noun because it's an actual thing, something what's happening. Confusion, turbulence. So they are your synonyms there, okay? And then the opposite of commotion is being calm, orderly, harmonious, obedient. So I really like these words here. So when you're doing this, have a look at it. Have a real look carefully at some of the words and learn them, because they're really interesting, rather than just saying there was a commotion. There was hustle and bustle. Yes, there was turbulence in the camp. Pandemonium. So I've tried to choose words which you can really use again, and it will make your writing really exciting. Shake it up a bit. Okay, so you know exactly what we're doing here. And I use this format all the time because it's for you to draw it and use it in an ownership. Take ownership of how you want this to look on your page. And the reason we do this is for you to remember these synonyms and antonyms and know what the definition is. So really push yourself to use some different words which you know that fits the context of that sentence, and you can learn and use thereafter, building up your world power. You know that Year 4 teachers and all the teachers at Southdale, we want you to go from Southdale when you finally leave us with really rich vocabulary choices. Okay? So, in your science book, please, your teachers will look forward to seeing your work. I leave you to choose. You can choose a different word to what I've chosen, but I think you'll quite like the ones that I've chosen for you. Okay, Year 4, do your work, enjoy it, learn something. Those words are beautiful words to have in your vocabulary list in your head. And I will talk to you tomorrow. Goodbye from me.